honor the banner and daily wake of the indomitable mighty Congress for Democratic Change, the Coalition for Democratic Change.
But all of your lawmakers are not here, just only two.
Yeah, so we have come to guarantee their safety. The purpose of our gallery here today, this is not an official gallery of the CDC. This is just about escorting few of our lawmakers here. Yes. And the purpose of this gallery and this assembly is to guarantee the safety that was invited here. And so this guarantee will be part of our revolutionary obligation to all of our lawmakers who are on the bailiwick of the indomitable mighty Congress for Democratic Change.
When you talk about lawmakers are not safe here at the headquarters.
They're not safe here.
Why you say so?
If a lawmaker's car in a plain view, open camera, be vandalized, can be damaged. One more about the police invited them in a secret chamber, in a secret terrain. And so we very much cognizant about the kind of reckless police that we deal with here, that have no regard to the rule of law, for the rule of law, and is doing everything to undermine the fabric of our democracy and circumvent the democratic credential of the Republic of Liberia. So if anything happens to any of our lawmakers, the consequences will go back at Greater Common who gave instructions.
So the police, the main purpose, the main purpose of their invite is in relation to the Capitol building fire. I think the police wrote the House of Representatives seeking this representative present. And here you are saying that they are not, if you are here to protect their safety. I think you think the police is the right place to safeguard every citizen?
The police could not safeguard the Capitol building. The police could not safeguard the Capitol building. They were the ones in protection of the Capitol building before the attack that led to the burning of the Capitol building. So if the police could not protect and safeguard the Capitol building, if not, they're not capable of protecting and safeguarding our lawmakers as well. Just yesterday you saw how a lawmaker's vehicle was damaged under the instruction of the illegal and illegitimate speaker who is purporting and masquerading and oscillating as a so-called regime speaker. This ruthless speaker, coupled with his so-called police inspector general, will be warned that Liberia is not a military state. There are too many deaths in the country, extrajudicial killings in the country. There's massive looting and corruption in the country. The economy is tough. The socio-economic conditions, the material conditions of the masses of the people, the people cannot afford. These are the fundamental issues that the government must contemplate on dealing with. When you are given opportunity to govern on the material conditions of the people, you promise the people jobs. You say you will build the roads in the country. You say 10,000 young people will have skills in education. Zero tolerance on corruption. After recovery, civil servants will give opportunity to civil servants to increase their salaries. Those are issues that people elected you on. They did not elect you to burglarize the office of a certain speaker. They did not elect you to vandalize a vehicle that belongs to a certain lawmaker. They did not elect you to allow the police to become a threatening force that kills and intimidates citizens across the country. And so we have come to inform you that our two lawmakers are there They are there, but they're not there alone. When you deal with the Capitol building situation and Mr. Koluba's vehicle, what he did at the headquarters of the Congress for Democratic Change, and what he continued to do in Cape Mount and other places, the King John massacre, this reckless attitude of the government and its brutal police force will not go with impunity. I can guarantee you that.
You spoke about corruption. Last week, the president suspended up to 400 cabinet members because they did not declare their salary. Something that have never happened. They did not declare their asset. Something that have never happened in the history of Liberia. We saw it under President Weah. We did not see people declaring their asset under President Weah. Here you are talking about the president not giving credence to corruption.
No, brother, let me say this to you. I understand the nature of your question. Let me say this to you. If anybody should be arrested in this country about the Capitol building situation, God great commons should be arrested. I repeat, if anybody should be arrested, God great commons should be placed behind bar. I'm telling you, under the doctrine of superior responde, it is a maxim in our legal jurisprudence that speaks about whatever the unit does, the master or the head takes full responsibility. And so the police was the one in charge of the Capitol building before the action that brings down the Capitol building. So if anybody should be reprehensible or responsible of the consequences that led to the burning of the Capitol building, it means that Mr. Common is a suspect that needs to be investigated by the Liberia National Police apparatus. Now under that.
Mr. Alvin Wesseh, the bossing of the speaker the bossing of Honorable Yeka Koduba vehicle was done by his colleagues or other lawmakers from the Capitol building. Why are you allowing it with the executive?
So who did you see burglarizing the speaker's office? Were the same lawmakers, right? Were they given any court warrants? Were they instructed? Liberia is a country of rule of law.
That is why you ask me, why are you linking the executive to that? That is in the legislature.
No. You have a puppet speaker. Excuse me, listen to you. Listen to me. No, are you a journalist?
I am a journalist.
Okay, but I'm seeing you with any microphone or whatever. But I'm responding to you, so give me a chance.
No, the thing
give me a
is,
chance.
the question was
excuse me, don't be a regime journalist.
No, I'm not.
Give me a chance.
I'm not.
Will you give me a chance? Excuse me, will you give me a chance? Excuse me. Hello. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yes.
Will you give me a chance?
No, let me ask a question.
Excuse me, you did not ask the question.
No,
I've understood the question. You, excuse me, don't bring your feelings. Listen, Mr. Regime journalist.
Yeah, no problem.
Do not be a puppet of the regime.
Why are you linking the legislature?
Journalism is a noble profession. Journalism is a noble profession. It's not for puppeteers.
Mr. Wesseh, the question is,
excuse
why are
me.
you linking the executive?
Brother, will you give me a chance?
Yeah, answer the
will you give me a chance?
I listen to you now.
You need to be reticent and comport yourself very well. Excuse me. This is not play here. We're discussing several issues that boils around national security in our country.
You haven't answered the question.
So he has a question.
So why are you allowing the bossing of the speaker do and the bossing of the executive?
Because the purported speaker, the illegitimate and illegal speaker, the rubber stand and kangaroo speaker went on national radio on one of her appearances and said to the Liberian populace and to the rest of the international community that he is a regime speaker. Now, when a purported speaker announces and speaks to the Liberian public in a manner and fashion, then it presupposes to us that the regime is the one masterminding, orchestrating these forms of lawlessness, ruthlessness, and they are nothing but apostles of disorder who trying to create panic and chaos in the country. So he said that. I don't know who made him a professor at a university. No sound professor will take to the microphone or speaker will take to the microphone, because if you understand Article 3 of the Liberian Constitutions, you will not make such a reckless or statement. I mean, statement that is driven by verbal diarrhea. To say that you are a regime speaker, it means that you undermine the separation of power under Article 3 of the Liberian Constitution. Because the Liberian Constitution, under Article 3 of the 1986 Constitution, clearly speaks that we have 3 distinct branches of government with equal, separate, and coordinated functions. So each one must not interfere into another, so that the integrity of the 3 branches of government will be on the basis of functional and vibrant democracy. For a purported, a caricature, a political terror, tabula rasa, and neophyte who masquerading under Mr. Baga's win as a speaker to have said that he is a regime speaker, and he asked me a question, why am I putting out to the executive? Then your question is fundamental iota of the bureau ethics in journalism. So let me say this to you.
Let me come back to you. Yeah. So this is my second question to you, Mr. Wesseh.
Which entity do you report from?
Why are you asking? Why are you
I'm concerned.
I'm a journalist.
No problem. No, you have discussed it.
He's from Prime FM. He's from Prime.
No, let's take the next question. Yeah.
No, but you don't use first.
Which entity?
You don't have. No, you don't have.
He's from Prime FM. He's from Prime FM.
What's the fear?
You know me?
What's the fear?
You know me?
I don't know you. What's the fear? What's the fear? What's your name? What's your entity?
If you want to,
What's the entity?
I don't have to.
Okay, you don't have entity. Next question. Next question. Next question. You are more of a next question. Let me listen question. Let me listen to your question. He's been paid to disrupt. Those are elementary diversionary tactics.
I mean, you can't. I'm a big brother. I'm a big brother. You know me. I'm a big brother. I'm a big brother. I've been shopping me. I insult you. I interview several times. I insult you.
Control your hands.
No.
Control your hands.
I interview several times. I interview several times.
You're disrupting the interview.
On camera. We are on camera.
Your boy is disrupting the interview.
What are we waiting?
Yesterday, the government made a pronouncement of salary increase. There are a lot of 3.8 million to affect the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, Liberia National Police, the Immigration, and other agencies. That 3.8 million will be a lot of people that salary is giving.
1.8 million is infinitesimal. It is decimal. We discussing 4.7 million people in the country. The two-way party civil service structure that you have has now impacted the appalling and material condition of the masses of people. So to announce 3.7 million is baseless. It's infinitesimal. It's nothing to the appalling conditions that people face in the various hospitals. It's immaterial to the conditions of the people in the various schools, the students, to our health workers,
Can you
to
tell
our
the current
nurses, to
state
our
of the
teachers.
economy now?
The current state of Mr. Baka's economy is in total devastation. It's a mess. It's a mess. And now I'm saying that the regime must focus on the bread and butter issues and forget about political witch hunt.
Do you think this government is corrupt?
Yeah, you're corrupt.
The government is not only corrupt. The government is not only corrupt, but the government is a working corruption machine.
This is a government that suspended over 400 of their cabinet because they did not declare their assets. Your honored president, we did not see this. Can you speak to it?
You are a bastard. You liar to say this. To say, President, we are government, President, we as administration, nobody declare assets.
We did not see he taking action on official. We did not declare their assets.
Mr. Weir's government officials were in compliance of the rule of law. On the contrary, you do not have the rule of law. As I speak to you, there's a crisis in the Supreme Court at the legislature. This is unprecedented in the political culture and topology of our politics to have two speakers. So, for Mr. Baka here, for Baka to say suspended people who did not declare access, it is belated. So, excuse me, let me say, it is belated. Now that it is belated, but I think it is to sway. It's to sway the minds of the Liberian people from the real issue. The real issue is that there's a corruption in the car. The real issue is that there's a corruption at the Ministry of Public Works, where a certain minister took $20 million to pay roads that have evaporated and dissipated in thin air.
Finally,
let me then conclude as well. The real issue will be the suffering of the civil servants who are yet to receive pay on time as been promised. The real issue is the issue about the promises made by the Joseph Newman Burger administration to provide employment opportunities even for those that voted them and they are disappointed. The real issue is the number of deaths in the country. Too many deaths in the country. Almost 200 cases have been reported, and the police that's supposed to protect lives and property is destroying lives and destroying property. That is the real issue. So,
in your statement, you condemn the suspension of over 400 government officials by the president for non-compliance of declaring their assets. They did declare assets.
So, your question is immaterial. We are discussing now, and you still discussing the past.
But you say it's belated.
It's belated, not only belated, but there are consequences, there are punishment under the laws. If you fail to declare assets, it's not going to be suspended for 1 month. That is market to you in the media. But people violate a particular law, they should be punished for that. Don't tell me somebody declared asset. Don't lecture me because somebody declared an asset. Mr. Alvin Wesseh took thousands of dollars to buy a car. And he resigned. Nobody prosecuting him here. Are you telling me I must shut up? Are you telling me to clap for Alvin Wesseh because he resigned? Which type of question is that? Which type of question is that? I'm telling you, the real perpetrators of lawlessness, of barbarity, of hooliganism, of gangsterism, the real perpetrator of the burning of the Capitol building is Mr. Gregory Comer. And that's the reason why we have come to protect the citizen lawmakers.
Of the lawmakers that are being invited for questions.
Come again.
What's the specific fear about the lawmakers that are being invited for questions?
Who can fear here? No person. There's no person here for CDC. Nobody can resident lawmaker here. All what the guys are doing over there, now big formality. Gregory Comer doesn't have any person for us in this country. Let me repeat. Gregory Comer doesn't have Gregory Comer police. They do not have person proper for CDC. All we come here for is for formality.
Your statements could sound intimidating.
Why are you going to intimidating? Do you know that Sabri already overflooded and planted? And is that intimidation?
Who flooded?
Who should be asking?
You just
I'm telling you, any statement that will attempt to arrest any CDC lawmaker, the whole CDC will be arrested. So the government will not gamble.
Are you trying to escort justice?
Are you going to escort justice? If we are escorting justice, we will not come here.
Also, do you trust the Liberia National Police?
The Liberia National Police is a perpetrator.
So how do we understand the process? You care to tell us more?
The Liberia National Police are better and the burning of the Capitol building.
So you don't trust them?
When you don't trust them?
There are pieces of evidence.
Do you? What evidence? Not the pieces, but preponderance of evidence.
There was secret recordings.
Who you saw in Yaga Kolwaka yesterday? Now, citizen saw that.
How do you say when a state police in uniform enter a lawmaker's vehicle that was forcefully opened? I mean, what does it mean as a police officer? You're not a police officer, but a citizen of Liberia. If a police officer in uniform forcefully enter a lawmaker's vehicle,
it means that the guy doesn't understand the rudiments of the criminal justice system of our country. In the criminal justice system of our country, there are laws, there are principles that are laid down professionally in the context of the professional standard division. That before somebody goes to another person's house or enters in another person's property, they must have obtained a search and seizure warrant from the court of competent jurisdiction. Did you see that in the case of Mr. Yaga Koruba's vehicle? You did not see that. You saw the gangster attitude and the reckless invasion of those guys. This is wrong.
Thank you so much.
So do you trust the process of this?
Which process?
Of the investigation.
What you call investigation? I'm saying that Gregory Common is a perpetrator.
And he's standing before the
He should be arrested. What you got saying? Who told you? Trust Gregory Common is a perpetrator. He's standing before the police. I'm not afraid of sending him for police.
Why in case your
I'm not saying that
why in case your police be content?
You are content.
Or why in case they found guilty?
Found which good day?
By the hearing today.
Nobody can find them and guilty what they. What the guys are doing, they are on political submission, shallow, and political flamboyancy. The real criminal is Sylvester Gillespie. The real criminal is Emma Stewart. It's Brother Giddens. Those who want to come to Belly, Mr. Gregory Common should be apprehended, should be arrested and investigated. Because he deployed men prior to the actual attack. I'm telling to you, there's something about circumstantial evidence criminal justice. Who were around the capital building prior to the actual attack? Are you telling me we don't have security in the country? Is that what you're saying to us? No security. Our police. Is that what you're telling to us? Is that what you're telling us that no security in the country?
So what is the next step of CDC?
The next step, we're waiting for our lawmakers. The XCB and the rest of the Congress are coming out. We will walk out. We are waiting for them to carry them back to their constituencies. So, forget what is distraction. All the things for the system deployed by a party and the Chewy party. Intimidation. That's what. The guy is getting irritated. The police is getting irritated. You see? He getting irritated now. He coming the step. The guy is getting irritated. The guy is getting irritated.
You're not trained for that. You're not trained.
The guy is getting irritated.
You're not trained. Now you see what you do.
You're put a camera on. Yes, on the Tennessee.
This is Alvin Wesseh, former assistant minister.
The guy is getting irritated. Who tell you? Listen.
Former assistant minister for expansion at the Ministry of Agriculture during the region of
Who told you we're afraid?
This is Alvin Wesseh.
One former man in this country can spark a resistance, and we are prepared to go to jail for that. Who told you making a statement now? We are. I'm saying Gregory Common is the chief perpetrator of the actual attack on the Capitol building. So this is a statement. We have no apology on that. I'm telling you that Jackson Civil, Prince Afogo Jr. and the rest of the guys, I would not do it for political formality, but an attempt to say you are resident by you don't have present company for CDC.
It can't happen.
You don't have present company for CDC.
Why we're happy here in our country?
Because to arrest anybody in CDC, the men and the police director will be arrested. So it's simple. So that's it.
Thank you so much for that. So that was the voice of Alvin Wesseh, former assistant minister for extension at the Ministry of Agriculture during the regime of former Liberian President George Weah. Alvin Wesseh served from 2018 to 2024 January. So that was the voice of Alvin Wesseh from the CDC here in communication with the media. He alone, other supporters of CDC are gathered here at the Liberia National Police headquarters. This is Mr. Wesseh and that of supporters of the Coalition for Democratic Change. So here we are now at the police headquarters.
Somebody say he's Sierra Leonean. Somebody say he's Sierra Leonean.
I have to see your daddy to tell them to go back to their home. We're coming from Red country.
But Grenke man not far from Sierra Leone.
No, but
When you cross the border, you cross the border.
Well, now it's not my home.
Yeah, but you used to be in Sierra Leone too.
No.
But you cross the border.
One in Mosso Rano, yeah. I go in Mosso Rano, yeah. My parents are dark from Red country. I don't go there. I still very to go.
Why you doing business in Sierra Leone?
No.
Have you been in Sierra Leone?
No, I'm not even saying
Why you speak a Creole so well?
because we come and teach them. And they are direct. If we say in Nigeria, we are teach them they are direct. Because we say now money people. I don't go to teach them. I don't go to teach
Okay.
They are school people, no school people must tell us. What do I tell you? Because me school people now get it. They are school people born the pressure to you.
How soon for you into it? So, well, you can't have me So we are in conversation with Sir from the DNU. So welcome, sir.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you for having me on your platform.
Yeah, so you have been here since this morning. So what have you observed?
So, just in a nutshell, the Liberia National Police, through their investigation team, have been investigating an arson case of the burning of the Capitol building from December 18th till now. So there are key suspects, at least 3 or 4 of them, is in police custody revealing significant information to the police investigative team. And with that information, they are named few stakeholders, permanent stakeholders, especially members of the representative, the House of Legislature, in person of Abu Banan Kamara of District 15 and Dixon Welly Sibo of District, Dixon Sibo of District 16 and Abu of District 15. These key persons were invited at the police station for questioning, and lawfully they appeared at the LNP headquarters and they were investigated. Question was asked as to what, why, when, where, the other question, how the investigative team will ask them. Thank you so much, brother.
Okay, thank you, sir. So that is my colleague, sir, from DNU Liberia. So he has been here since this morning at the Liberia National Police headquarters, providing courage for the investigation of Representative Abu Banan Kamara and Representative Dixon Walisigo of District 16 and 15, Moxorado County. So thanks for watching. Goodbye.